I sit in my kindergarten classroom, and by sit, I mean stand, and by stand, I don't mean still. My brain was running, starting off at a slow pace, but then into a brisk jog, and finally it's bouncing off the walls like my own body just rampaging across the room until it stops. Stops. Stops for crisscross applesauce. Stops for one thing. Stops only for that one thing. Stops for story time. But on this day in my kindergarten classroom, I am not sitting, I am not standing, I am not running or jogging or bouncing off the walls or rampaging or racing or anything. I'm in timeout, I'm in a separate room. The other room. The end of hallway room. I sit not in my kindergarten classroom until I have written each letter 5 separate ways, because drawing is allowed. Until I have named each of the separate drawings. Until crying little baby Q and dizzying topsy-turvy S are penciled into my brain. Until it is time. Until it is not time. Until it is not story time. I return once more to my kindergarten classroom. I see 3 girls sit on a cushioned chair object. The smartest kid is playing the fish game. The smartest kid is winning the fish game. My recommended daily dose of story time is still missing. I ask him to read me a book. No. I ask the grown-up to read me a book. No. I look for the audiobook of a movie cassette tape. No. Someone must be reading it. I don't recall. I take a book, I ask again, I fail again. I see the giggling mess on the couch, I approach, I demand they read me a story. I wait. I listen. I realize something. They are making up the story. They are making it up. Finger painting time in my kindergarten classroom. My old classroom. I recall that day from a decade in between. Nobody knows what happens next, much less me. My fists most likely struck the reader, but that doesn't matter. What matters is story time, and I've just begun.